All right, you guys, welcome to the video. It's me, Ciara, aka Ciara in the bonus, and we're here live on Twitch. Make sure you guys drop a follow to the Twitch to pull it to the live stream and be a part of the conversation. Now, we got my guy, Tommy G. I haven't watched his videos in a minute. We're going to get back on the rotation with Tommy G. This one really caught my eye because I'm like, what? Subway surfers? He got IRL Subway surfers? Hey, man, let me know what else y'all want me to check out in the comments, and feel free to come through to the live stream. The link's pinned in the comments and in the description, along with my other socials and the Discord. Let's see what Tommy's talking about, because I knew there was people that walked on top of the trains, but I didn't know it was like a lifestyle, like on some parkour type vibes. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Warning tonight about the deadly
Let's see.
of so-called subway surfing in New York City.
Oh, shoot.
An 11-year-old boy died trying to surf a subway car.
Bro, where did I think they got the subway surfing game from, though? I never thought about it. Oh, wow. I wonder what's the average age range of people doing this.
We hop on the 7 train. I was like, this is the 7th.
Oh my God, what happened?
I've never surfed before, so I'm gonna take the chance to surf it right now. There's this little metal beam lined up at the entrance of the stop. That was.
Oh my God, did he get his head cut off?
Perfect correlation with my
I was like, yo,
head.
Terrell, look at this shit is crazy. Hope you ain't doing no dumb like this. He was like, nah, hell no. I don't do no stupid like that. And come to find out, like, he might have even been in that video.
No surfing or riding outside of trains under
Oh.
any circumstances. Social media is not worth your life. Ride inside.
Yo, this is crazy, bro. You know, there's a certain group of people that do this type of stuff. They're not on subways, they're on trains. They do, I guess we could call it train surfing. But the reason that they're doing it is like to immigrate from, like, say, Central America and Mexico to the United States. Like, sometimes they have to hop on the trains, but it's just crazy to see there's people doing it for fun. You know, those people are already putting their lives at risk trying to get on top of the trains to, like, travel to the United States. But to just do it for fun, bro, that's just silly. But, you know, young people, prefrontal cortex not fully developed, so it makes sense. That's crazy. Oh my God.
Can we get these guys and get out of here? Let's go.
Growing up younger, I didn't really get treated with like any respect or like love. Just made me become who I am.
So maybe you become a subway surfer? Oh my God, they did have the dude spray painting in Subway Surfers game too.
A disturbing trend is ripping through New York City. Young men are risking their lives, leaping onto moving subway trains, riding the metal bus in a dangerous game of subway surfing. Reckless behavior amongst
That's crazy,
not
bro.
new. It's been a part of history for millennia, but this story has a modern twist. Much like the viral Kia Boy phenomenon, the rise of subway surfing can be directly traced to social media, where the pursuit of fleeting fame drives young men to risky extremes. But these brief moments of internet glory can come at a devastating cost. The harsh reality is that some New York families will never see their sons again because of this deadly trend. Warning, what you see in this video should not be replicated in any manner. This is highly dangerous, and doing this stunt is not worth your life. Viewer discretion is advised.
Damn, first of all, can we just give what's his name, Tommy G, his tens for the production quality going up?
We're here at Court Square
It's
Station to cover a very serious, interesting, and controversial story. There's these subway surfing kids. They hop up on this train right here, and it might be the last thing they ever do.
Are you guys aware that there's kids that ride this subway that surf it? Have you ever heard of those kids?
Yep, yeah.
What would you want to tell those kids if you could?
Stop doing that.
Think about your life.
Yeah, your life is more important. Exactly. You got a long
Oh my
life.
God, wait. I forgot about the tunnels. So what do they do when they're standing on top of the train and then the train goes into the tunnel?
What would you do if your son was caught
Because
doing
those
that?
tunnels are tight.
Oh my God. I might have to strangle him. Another one just died on the train.
When did that happen?
Earlier today on the F train. A little kid riding on the train coming from school.
An 11-year-old boy from Brooklyn fell off the train and onto the tracks after pulling the dangerous stunt.
The boy was on the roof, subway surfing, on top of a G train in Park Slope, Brooklyn, bound for Queens.
What is it about young men you think that are just willing to do this?
You see people doing it on the TikTok, then everybody want to follow.
Bro's dancing. He's getting sturdy.
Don't follow these other videos just for views that you go Bible. Nah, your life comes first.
How are you?
Everything's good right now.
Okay. I was talking to a couple on the way here. They said a kid died on the F train today.
That did just happen literally this morning. 10:15 this morning, some kid cut class, went on the F train, your 4th Ave 9th. There's a bridge, and when someone's inexperienced and they don't think about that shit, they'll do it, they don't think about that. And as a result, they can't get downtime. He probably hit the bridge and fell under, and that was it for him.
How risky would you rate this behavior?
I would say it's very risky nowadays, especially with
Because, like, once you get up there, how do you get down?
abundance of social media and everyone doing it.
I'm just imagining, like, what if that little cutoff comes, like, where you go into the tunnel and the, what do they call it, the clearance gets lower, and you standing up, like, your ass is getting slapped off of there or something.
When I was doing this stuff, it was not that bad.
To all the viewers back home, I would say this: no amount of likes or views or follows is ever worth you risking your life. Should we start moving?
I think we should.
No surfing or riding outside of trains under any circumstances. Ride inside, stay alive.
So you'll see that like every 5 to 10 minutes. You'll see it in the stations, you'll hear it on the trains.
Oh my gosh, it's that bad. What they gotta play? Yeah.
On a line like this, they play it so often, you can't go one commute without hearing it. This campaign, where they're playing all the announcements, it's literally fueling the fire, in my opinion. The mayor thinks he's doing a good job spreading awareness about it, but in reality, kids will see that, they'll look
His eye going down.
up subway surfing on
He got like indicted by the FBI or some shit.
Instagram, and they'll literally just hop on top of the train because they see people are discouraging it. But at the same time, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, they're all encouraging it.
They need to, I don't know. It's like you don't want them to censor, but like I feel like they need to like make that against their TOS or something. Like it's too dangerous.
We'll just get on top, think it's cool, maybe not think of the consequences. And
they think about getting a TikTok.
And it's it for them.
Hey man, part of it is just natural selection, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, it's unfortunate, but hey, they want to risk their life, okay. You ain't gotta beg them. Like he said, you know, discouraging it, doing all them campaigns, it's just gonna make these rebel kids want to just do the exact opposite. I understand. I'm like that sometimes, deep down. But as a kid, I definitely was like that way more.
You seem like a smart kid that would come from a good home.
If I'm real, I have a lot of issues. Like, mentally, it's hard, but, you know, riding on top of the train, riding on the back, it was a way I coped with it, you know? It really was at the time. But, you know, after I stopped this phase in my life, I started to slowly mature, and I put myself into school, completed some technical school stuff, and now I'm on my way trying to get employment, see a better future of myself.
And how old were you when you started?
I was 16, and I stopped.
Then you come back, Art.
And what made you get out of the game?
So in December.
Out of the game. The game, out of the game. Subway surfing game. That sounds funny.
2022.
That just sounds funny.
In our group, he fell under a train and passed away while I was on top of it.
Police say a 15-year-old was on the top of the southbound
Hate
J
to
train
see
around
it.
11:30 this morning when he fell and hit the electrified third rail. Teams
Yeah,
from the MT
my mom always told me about the third rail, and it made me so scared as a kid. I had nightmares about falling into the train because I grew up in Atlanta. We used like MARTA, public transportation, all the time. So the trains, buses, all that. And I remember she always told me to stay away from the edge and think about it. I'm a little kid. I'm a little baby. So, you know, the train track already looked kind of intimidating. But think about it, as a little kid, I was probably like, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, to be like under 7 years old. I feel when I kind of learned about the train tracks and all that. And I just remember being terrified. I had dreams about that MARTA train station because it was one train station that was huge. And then, you know, when you're a little kid, like the everything that's big seems even bigger. So in my mind, it's like you would have to go to that train station to understand. If you guys have ever been to Grand Central Station in New York, it's like a huge station. It kind of had that type vibe. It wasn't as big, but in terms of how big open space, it was like real intimidating. And I was like, bro, that third rail electrocuting you just scared me, because like my mom told me stories about people that fell into the train tracks, they died, they electrocuted themselves. And bro, that shit scared me. But then, bro, to hear that happened to this kid, you know, I feel like as a society, we got to address the issues that make kids want to do these things. You know, it's a lot of things. I'm not going to go on a rant, but you know, y'all come to the stream, we could talk about that type of stuff more, but it's too much. But let's just say it's a domino effect. Just like that one kid that he's interviewing, where I think he's older now, that Tommy's interviewing us talking about I had some mental health issues, things like that. It's like, what's in society is causing mental health issues? It's a lot of different things, but some things can be addressed if they wanted a solution. But
and the police responded, but it was too late.
they rather just put out PSAs, right, than address the systemic in health issues. And a lot of it has to do with finances usually. You know, that's a trickle down effect. You know, sometimes some genetic mental health issues too, but that's a lot of people's stressor. You know, that changes the complete dynamic of how your life trajectory goes, the people's attitudes around you, how your parents treat you. It can be a lot. You know, I don't know what his situation is, but I just know for a lot of people, that's the root of a lot of their mental health issues. There's no amount of therapy and meditating that's going to fix you not being able to take care of basic things in this country, or have secure housing, or affordable healthcare, you know, fair pay at work. Like, these are things that stress people out. And if you have kids, it can trickle down to your kids. And it cause them to do these risky activities, you know, to cope. So that's kind of what I think about when I think about these kids. It's not just, oh, you can like put a PSA out there and stop it. Like, it's not gonna do nothing.
Attention everyone, if you have questions or need to report an issue to the police, the MTA police is located at the station.
There was a lot of police presence on this line. Back then, when I was doing it on this line, you could pretty much get away with it whenever, like I could go up and down the whole line, surf, back, top, do anything I wanted, and not have any repercussions for it. But because it's gotten so popular, the police see it on social media, police officers will be...
They're like, yeah, easy reason to arrest y'all. Get y'all in the system.
On this line, preferably at the end of platforms a lot more often. To catch kids if they're on the back or if they're running on top of the train, they'll hold it.
It's like, do you think kids that are having whatever issues leads them to getting on top of a train and subway surfing? Kids that's going through whatever they're going through, how is the solution? Let's arrest them. Let's send them to jail. What exactly is that going to do?
But it's gotten to a whole other level nowadays. You see, like, you know, a building like that says with the blue stripe 50. Yeah. They'll go on the roof of that building because it's a vantage point where they can see the train tracks.
Oh wow.
And if they see kids riding,
I don't know what Homelander is.
They will literally deploy drones which will record the activity.
Oh, that's crazy.
The train before you even get to the station.
What?
And they'll just have police waiting for them.
Wow. That's crazy.
There was just one right here.
Annoying.
What made you do that?
Adrenaline.
Oh, adrenaline junkies.
You have the adrenaline shakes right now, huh?
A little.
Yeah? You're here with Crocs too, huh?
Yeah. Crocs, anything, doesn't matter to me.
Can I tell you something? This morning, a kid died doing this. You hear that?
I don't have a phone. I haven't been really updated.
What does that make you think?
It hurts to see like other people that I know die from doing this. Like it's really stupid.
Why'd you do it then?
Yeah, exactly.
Growing up younger, I didn't really get treated with like any respect or like love. So like, just made me become who I am. Like I started doing like illegal shit, dangerous shit like this.
Yeah, I was just telling y'all about this. Like, I don't like to like just criminalize or just say, oh, these kids are so dumb. Like, yes, it is dumb, but it's a deeper reason behind why. And I just feel like it's easy as an adult, fully developed brain to come to that conclusion. But I think when they're kids, they don't even be realizing what they're doing sometimes. So I'm never gonna be like super critical just because someone's young. But it's unfortunate to hear that. And I feel a lot of the other kids that's doing it probably got similar stories.
If I'm gonna be real, it's a drug. It's literally a drug.
Right, the adrenaline. Yeah, the dopamine you get in.
2022. I just try to bring myself up, put myself in a better spot than I was in before. And I really hope at some point, you'll learn, you'll mature, and you'll figure out what you want to do with yourself. For my age, I've matured, but there's still some things that just affected me when I was younger, which makes me who I am right now. I was abused when I was younger.
He said he was abusing me. Yeah.
Mom and dad.
If the ride home goes wrong, what would you want? What message do you have for your mom, or what would you want her to know?
I just wanted to know what I felt before. To take into account what she did was wrong. That's really much, though I still love her and can't feel it.
Like a kind of a big brother, I just say, like, think about your future, that you bring a lot of value to the world, and you can bring a lot of value to the world. So that would be very sad to hear something happening to you from this.
Aww. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. See, bro, that's why I don't like demonizing people and just like putting them in a box. Cause, bro, some of these people just don't have nobody to lean on for real. And then think about they're young too. Stuff get rough for kids, bro. He got back on top of the train.
All right, let's keep this moving.
Yo, what up, Vish?
And people have beef with one another, so it's just a part of it.
The last kid said that a lot of these kids carry knives, the subway surfers.
Kids stay strapped sometimes with knives. I saw one video of a kid whipping out a gun on top of the train. It was...
Oh, wow.
But to a lot of these kids are armed and dangerous in a way.
That's crazy.
In a way, yes.
There is a Manhattan bound local 7 train to.
That's crazy. Hey, I was about to say, hey, Tommy G about to get up there with him.
Oh yeah, made it up.
So when you guys are doing this, ever once has an adult tried to stop you from doing it?
Yeah, of course, so many times, man. That shit just be funny.
How do they try and stop you?
It was my friend actually. He was trying to go up, and there was some big buff guy. He was like at least 300 pounds, and he tried to like fight him for real, cause he tried to stop him to not go up. They started grabbing on each other, and then punches going through. Also, you got like the Karens that like think they're entitled, and them saying shit will just magically get us down.
So if a lady tries to stop you, she's a Karen?
I get it. They just be looking out for us and stuff, but we was just having fun. There's a lot of moms that see us and they be like, yo, what y'all doing? Like, y'all got a life to live. But like, we really don't give a f. We used to, but now I understand. But
see? And why y'all think they don't care?
Before, nobody cared and stuff, so they was still gonna do it at the end of the day. A lot of kids, they lost their life just because they saw something cool on the internet, just like me though. But then God, I ain't lose my life. We're all here. We're all live, well. Grateful to be living another day.
Hey, maybe some of these kids feel like they don't want to live anymore. could, like, cause I mean, to not care what happened, you gotta be pretty depressed.
To see what the consequences of subway surfing are, we're gonna go talk to someone who shouldn't be alive today.
Oh, is this the guy we saw earlier?
How are you? Good, and you? I'm Tommy. Nice to meet you, man. How are you? Great to meet you.
June 23rd, 2022. I get some of my friends. We go on the train. We go to the Tango Mall in Flushing, Queens. We initially go to see a movie. Turns out we didn't see a movie, and then we decided to head back to Astoria. We hop on the 7 train. Surf before.
Damn, bro.
So I'm gonna take the chance to surf it right now.
That's amazing. Whatever happened to him, it's amazing that they were able to like help get him back together. It's looking like something happened with his head, like his head is split open or something.
Might as well. And then I climbed up, but I'm sitting there. And then
Bless
there's
his heart.
this little metal beam lined up at the entrance of the stop. That
Right.
In perfect correlation with my head. I was sitting on the train with my legs dangling in between the carts. Everybody always asks me if I saw the beam. Obviously I saw the beam, but in order for
couldn't
humans
tell.
to process what to do, like to duck under the beam, you would.
Bro, that's what I was saying. Yo, J Luke with the W big body raid. Yo, what up, J Luke? How we doing, my guy? We got the legend J Luke. I was just in the stream earlier and I saw him play some games. Yo, J Luke be having some good like community games. I'm definitely inspired. We got to get some of those games going in the community. How are you guys doing? Rad Rex, what up? Thank you guys for hanging out with my guy J Luke. Make sure you guys drop him a follow. I don't know what the follow age is, but it's been a minute. J Luke is a real ass dude. I can tell y'all that. You go to his chat, he's gonna interact with you. You guys, we're just watching a video. We're watching a Tommy G video about IRL subway surfers in New York. And y'all say hi to YouTube because we are recording. Thank you guys for pulling up.
Already been there by the time it would have processed in your brain to duck.
Yeah, so his head must have got hit. That's what I was saying. I was like, bro, when they're standing on top of the train and then there's like some clearance and they get hit, like, but this guy's head took the damage. That's, Lord, I can't even imagine what that looked like.
By the time
Yo, what's good, Danny?
Brain to duck.
I don't know, like, how to put it in words. Like, this is my best friend. I started begging God. Like, I got down on the floor in a nasty bathroom in the hospital. I remember, like a nasty, pissy hospital floor. I was on the floor, like literally begging.
When you first saw him, did you even think he was gonna survive?
He was never not gonna make it in my head. It me up.
Yeah.
Like, but I still was like, I'm like the type of person where everything is resolvable. Everything.
About to see right now, we pretty much about to see one of our
damn.
Who have passed.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I can only imagine how that looked when it first happened, bro. His head was probably split up.
That's his soul. This is what we wrote for him to send our blessings to.
Lord.
He passed away. Yeah.
These poor kids.
All his friends, like all of us that used to surf, but we don't condone that surfing stuff anymore at all. So please do not try this at home at all whatsoever, please. It's crazy too, cause he was young. He was like 14. He was only 14.
You don't have to get super specific, but what was he going through at home? This is where he was surfing.
The most that I do know, him, his family, they were in the midst of struggling at the time. So they were at tough times. So we had to back him up with some clothing and everything because he was backed up at the time. Sometimes talking about him, it's not really an easy topic to bring up with him and everything. It's just like, because there could have been times where we could have really saved him.
Do you guys wrestle with guilt about the situation?
Absolutely, yeah, we do. Pretty much these are all the blessings on behalf of Jeff.
Yeah.
So, hi, Jeff, you know. That day was crazy. When I heard the news, I couldn't even believe it. Our man's called.
Damn.
He was like, oh, he fell off the train. He hit his head. It was bad. Bro, we were just hoping he was okay for real. When I saw the news later that night, they told me that he passed away. I was just crying. I couldn't believe it at all because that was really my closest friend. He was the coolest friend I ever had. Like, he was funny, laughing, Wherever he needed me, I always pull up on him. That shit was just sad. He was down
damn, bro.
too. Yeah, he was down for whatever. We lost two. Our friend Kayvon also, he died surfing the Williamsburg. But thank God we quit that shit. We don't do that shit anymore. Whatever y'all see right now, that's only for today. For those that still do it, they need to stop. It's not even cool anymore. It's not worth your life.
Damn. I wonder how old they are. Or how long ago that happened with that kid.
I'm gonna follow them under the train. I'm obviously gonna stay in the train. This stuff makes me really nervous. I mean, there's a lot of parallels between this and the Kia Boys to me. See how this goes. So we'll see you after this mission.
Oh my God, it's a group of them. So what, they taking a GoPro? Bro, man, this is getting my anxiety raked up. I ain't even there. I feel like I'm about to get on top of the train. Oh yeah, they got the GoPro. That's crazy. Bro. Yo, he jumping up there like they crazy. What the? Oh, that POV is crazy.
What's going through your heads right now?
Right now, a lot right now. A lot of good things, definitely. It was beautiful just now. Just being on top of there. It looked beautiful from that sunset. Definitely.
What influenced you starting this in the first place?
I had a past family member of mine who did it at one point, and I kind of picked it up from him, technically speaking.
Can we get these guys and get out of here? Can we get out of here? Let's go.
We're just worried about the cost. We're not trying to get, you know.
Yeah, you following around with a camera. It's not helping.
Definitely. Central bookings is not pretty. Being in a jail cell is definitely not pretty. Seen a lot of shit there.
Have you guys gotten locked up for doing this before?
Yeah, I have. You have? I've been locked up. I only got locked up once just for surf. We were surfing like in Brooklyn, you know? And, you know, we got caught up because, you know, there was cops.
Don't it kind of defeat the purpose of the mask if we can see his piercings? He like giving too much facial profile to the cops. I'm almost certain they could look up who this is just off of his eyebrows and the piercing. You know, because when you wear a mask, you're supposed to cover facial piercings too, so they can't identify you or differentiate you from somebody else. But giving them too much. I just noticed it. You know, I was like, that's not it.
At the station, we try to like get low. I ran on the tracks, but you see like the cops is at the next station just waiting for us, and then they tackled us. Some guy tried to tase me, but luckily he did it.
Do you think the cops are coming for you right now? Do you feel like that noise is for you?
No, they're not really worried about this subway surfing shit out like that.
Do your guys' parents know you do this?
Yeah, my mom and dad, they know.
How did they find out?
I told them I stopped. I basically did stop. I just started doing it like recently again. It's fun. That adrenaline, it's fun. I kind of see it like more as like a scenery thing. So whenever I'm up there and I see the sunset, I'm like, yeah, it looks beautiful. It's like something like to get away from like your problems. Like for me, like whenever I feel like down, I just come outside, either paint, explore, or surf sometimes. Mission accomplished.
With this specific
Damn.
situation is high.
I could see how that could be like a good adrenaline high. Damn, it's so dangerous though.
Risk and no reward. The people that was trained surfing, they end up being washed up old, like niggas that ain't really doing nothing with their life at the end of the day.
Wait, so he's saying there was people trained surfing back in his day too?
Was there any part of you that was mad at him after?
Not even a little bit. A few months before this happened, there was a video that went viral on social media, not just in New York, it was all over the world. There was a video of kids running and playing on top of a train that was going over the Williamsburg Bridge.
The video shared on TikTok shows a first-hand view. 8 people out for a joyride on top of subway cars as it traveled over the Williamsburg Bridge. The group appears to be having the time of their lives.
I was like, yo, look at this, it's crazy. I was like, I hope you ain't doing no dumb shit. He was like, nah, hell no, I don't do no stupid shit like that. And come to find out, like, he might have even been in that video.
Why are these kids doing this?
Damn, bro.
For the
Shit
rush that they get, like the adrenaline rush.
How many times had you done this previously successfully?
Before my accident?
Blazing Girls, what's good? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by.
Yes.
At least double digits.
We talking closer to 10 or closer to 90?
Closer to like 30.
He pretty much doesn't have control of the left side of his body.
Almost like you had a stroke.
The whole left side of his body. So the fact that he is making himself...
I'm glad he's still alive though.
He's been doing a lot of physical therapy over the past 2.5 years to get to this point. Balance. Things are very different now.
So what kind of impact do you want to have?
An impact that like kills it and ends trade surfing in general.
Damn, bro.
So these are kids right here. What do you think about that?
Rather dangerous.
Do you think they should get in trouble for that?
If they live, perhaps they should, yes. I mean, I grew up in this city. I remember it's been ages, but it's been going on decades after decades. If you know, thrills shouldn't risk your life.
It's dumb as you're risking your whole life. Why are you getting on top of a train?
What should happen to these guys if they're caught?
Jail. Go to jail. That's it. Go to jail. Because you're supposed to be in school getting your education.
I know a friend who knew a friend that died from subway surfing. His name is Kasi. He died like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. Don't subway surf.
I think anybody that puts their life in danger, you gotta hope that they don't hurt themselves.
What would you say if you had a son that was doing this?
If my son was doing this, I'd probably tell him the choices that you make, you're gonna have to face them. I'm gonna tell you a safe choice, and from that you make your decision, and you have to live with the choices that you make.
¿Qué tan re loco? No, yo no lo haría.
Si tú puedes dar un mensaje a este
niños
que hace esto, ¿qué vas a?
El Tommy.
They see her.
Que cuiden su vida.
Nah, okay, tell me you know some words. All right, I see.
Muy jóvenes para morir tan
Sound real gringo like, but you know it. We're gonna let it slide.
Hay que trabajar, estudiar.
He ain't even trying to pronounce it right. That be killing me, low-key. I don't judge, but I do feel a way. You know, I'm just like, look, bro. Like, can you at least try to say it in the correct way? I feel like some American people just be like, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it right. Like, yeah, I think that's rude.
Muchas gracias.
Somewhere in the bowels of the New York subway system, this crew has a secret spot. After finding a way to pop open a secret door, here's where we went next.
How the hell they... What's in there?
Let's journey into the bowels of New York.
I'm not exactly sure when it was open, but I think it was around 1970. Yeah, it was
old subway?
I think a shuttle train to Fort Rockaway.
Is this an old train station? Wait, so they built a train station? Wait, they built a train station on top of a train station. Well, subway, but yo, Night Bats, what's good? Welcome on in. Thank you so much for pulling up with the raid.
Something like that.
Thank you.
Customer service down here, if I'm right. The trains wasn't being like used, like I don't know. The plan just went wrong. I don't know exactly, so I'm not too deep into that. But it stopped being in service around the 70s. I'm not pretty sure.
Oh wow.
60s. But yeah, it's been like this for a minute. My name is C-Stags. I've been doing this for over 2 to 3 years. My specialty is rooftops and tunnels.
So he does parkour too. Parkour is some daredevils too. I wonder, has Tommy G done a video with people with parkour? That would be kind of crazy.
Home life.
I've watched those though. I watched those videos.
It was just me and her. You know, she raised me alone and stuff. One of my real friends brought me along to all these places. I met these guys. They brought me along with them as family.
How do you describe how this group treats each other?
Caring, all loving, all of it. Like we look out for each other and everything. Something happens, we're there for each other. My name is Slash BT. I just started subway surfing like about 2 or 3 years ago, it been a crazy rodeo, man. If I never started this, I don't even know what I'll be doing right now. Probably be in the streets or some shit. Because I could be in the streets doing like worse stuff. Like this is just like a little misdemeanor. I feel like this is better than the street. Even though some stuff like subway surfing I could die, but at the same time I feel like being in the streets you could die too.
What does this crew mean to you?
I get that.
It's not even a crew, it's a family for real.
See, I think what these kids are missing is community. They need community and like they need support. That's the common denominator with all of them. That's why I say like arresting them is not gonna do anything. You're not getting anywhere close to the solution. And I understand the knee-jerk reaction to do that, but I think it's because like in America we're so brainwashed like to look at jail as like the first thing, and it's like there's no rehabilitation taking place in jail. So you know, young people being in the system, it does nothing but like just feeds the prison industrial complex and like getting more free labor. And it's just crazy because I'm just thinking there's like even stories of like some judges like making a concerted effort to like severely penalize young people, especially black and brown young men, and like kind of setting them up to be in the system and just go down that path. And it's like if these people are experiencing like whatever adverse circumstances at home, how does criminalizing them like do anything to solve a problem if we're saying that we're punishing them to address the situation? Like punishment does not work. It's probably a lot of different things. Like, you know, the common denominator, a lot of them said their family was struggling financially, like I said earlier. And I just feel like really empathetic to them because you gotta be going through a lot to like not care about your life, especially at a young age. So I think about that first before, oh, it's dumb. Like, yes, it's dumb, but they're also kids. And I feel like it's really easy as an adult with plenty of experience to like look at young people, but it's like I feel like a lot of people forget what it was like for them when they were young. You know, I get it. Sometimes I can be victim to that too, but it's really on a real minimal basis. And I even check myself sometimes about remembering how young kids are. Like they're literally experiencing everything for the first time. Sometimes their brains can't compute how dangerous things really are. That's where the adults come in. But damn, bro, I feel bad for these boys. And you know, would you want them to find community with something else? But like the other kid said, would y'all rather them be doing this or be in the streets? You know, I'd rather, I mean, I wouldn't want my child to do anything, but if it were something, it's like, as long as they understand the consequence of what they're doing, I'm not going to encourage it. I'm going to tell them not to do it. But if they do it anyway, I'd rather them do some parkour or subway surfing than like being in a gang or something and having their little buddies with that. You know, I would maybe try to transition my child to like skateboarding, something kind of risky, but not as bad, you know? Maybe we could get them on a skateboard or ice skating or something, roller skating. I don't know, something. Because if they like that risk taking, you know, skating could be that. I'd rather give them a longboard, something. So, I mean, I feel like as a parent, once you realize what it is that's causing your child to do this, you can intervene. There's not like hope lost. But, you know, that's not what the taxpayer money goes to. The taxpayer money goes towards funding the police and then funding the prisons and the jails. So actual intervention isn't the goal here by the city. So that's what they would do, those things to help the kids if they actually cared about fixing the problem. But they don't actually care about fixing the problem. Now we pause. Oh nah, they got it.
Home life like?
I'm not gonna say I grew up poor or like in a bad, I guess, environment, but I grew in a bad neighborhood, but I feel like I had a good mom, good dad.
Does your family know you do this?
In some sort of way, they do. They don't like it, they want me to stop, and I try.
In some sort of way, what that
sometimes
mean?
it's like, what else? Like, there's nothing else to do for real. Yo, what's good? My name is Sosa. I used to surf. I don't really surf as much as I used to. I mainly be urbexing. I've been urbexing
What is that?
for about a good couple.
Urbex.
I think I was 12 at the first time. My older brother had put me on.
Is he talking like parkour? Hold on, see. We gotta look this up. Urbex. Meaning? Oh, urban exploring. Oh. Exploring abandoned or off-limit objects in both urban and rural environments. Okay. That's interesting.
I'm only like really being like in the tunnels.
Interesting.
Like only because like I'm interested in the history behind like the city, if anything.
The history of the city.
My other hobbies, more so of an artist now. Trying to become more heavy into being.
That makes sense because he probably likes, you know, like he said, history, maybe architecture. Like these kids just need some support. Finding something that they care about and passionate about. Because if this guy had a path towards fueling his natural gifts, I'm sure he could be something amazing. He still could be. He's saying he likes art. You know, he likes architecture, history. Like those skills and passions need to be nurtured. And if there's not enough support around, then they can end up doing other stuff like this that's less productive, and it's like a placeholder for what they actually want to do, but maybe don't have the support or the resources to do it.
Like a fashion designer type thing. I'm trying to like launch like a clothing brand.
What is this crew?
Oh, crew, definitely a family. Like it's like another part of my family because like we was all able to accept each other for who we were as people. And, you know, we was always free to do as we please. We always looked after each other. We've been through a lot together. It's definitely one thing.
My name is Laos VAT. I do all this crazy shit. I do graffiti, you know. I've been doing this shit for
I've always been fascinated by graffiti artists too.
Does your family know you do this?
Yeah, unfortunately, when I got arrested. And yeah, they just don't want me doing it. They don't accept it, but I still do it. It's fun, like that adrenaline.
What does this crew mean to you?
They're family to me. Like, I basically grew up with them. We've been doing this shit for mad long. I knew them for like mad long.
How's life at home?
You know, I wish they actually like were real like inconspicuous clothes, because it's like you're giving the police too many clues. You know, like I was talking about his piercing being out earlier. Then we got this shirt with this bright pink on it. We see the long hair. I'm just imagining looking at this like a cop or a detective or something. That facial recognition stuff is real smart these days. I hope they realize that and they protect themselves more if they're gonna do this. Because they talking about they got drones that they fly to record them and then come get them later. Like, that's crazy.
Life like
my home life, I don't really got nothing going on at home. I would rather be outside than home. For me, home is boring.
Do you know many people that have died doing this?
Says boring.
People, both of them were my friends. His name is Kayvon and John. The first one who passed away was Kayvon back in 2022. That was like a close friend of mine. It was terrifying. So basically it was like a turn. He lost control and he fell off. When I was going back down, all I seen was his backpack on like the rail. So I already knew damn. And then the firefighters had to come up, all that. And then they told us the news that he passed away.
If there's young guys out there that see your stuff on TikTok, Instagram, and think, I want to try this myself, what would you tell them?
Don't do it. Don't follow my footsteps. You'll get hurt. Your family's gonna be the ones that's gonna feel the pain. It's not gonna be you. It's gonna be passed away.
All right, guys, this has been a look into the world of the subway surfers.
It's crazy.
It was dangerous, it was reckless, but I think we learned a lot. If the risk is not worth the reward, don't bother doing it. Take your shots wisely, do things that are gonna advance you in the right direction, and stay safe out there. I'll see you guys next week.
Dang. Tommy G with another banger. Wow, okay, let's see what the comments say. It's like, yeah, we don't do that shit no more. Proceeds to do that shit more. NYC is an infinite money glitch for Tommy. Nah, trauma dumping as an excuse for riding on top of a train is crazy. I think they're just doing it because they're bored. What? this is an adult saying this. How are they trauma dumping? They're just very self-aware, and I can identify what the root of it is, right? They're bored, but they are still smart enough and self-aware enough to understand that there's a deeper reason why they're doing it outside of just being bored. So if young people are able to articulate themselves, I don't understand how an adult who's supposed to be smarter is trying to water down and simplify their articulation of their feelings and what they're going through, as they're just trauma dumping as an excuse for riding the top of the train. Like, it's like, if you can't see it, I don't know what to tell you. Like, these kids are very self-aware and smart. A lot of adults just don't realize how smart kids are and how aware, and maybe the adults don't have the tools. I mean, personally, I've been doing the work myself. So when I talk to my nieces and nephews that are young, like 15, 13, 4, I asked them about their feelings. I told them to breathe. When they're emotionally dysregulated, I get them to focus on their breathing, calm down, explain to me how you feel, explain to me what's going on. It doesn't matter if they're in trouble. It doesn't matter if, they're just in a mood, whatever. That's how I approach them, and they're able to articulate themselves extremely well. Someone just has to be able to get that out of them, or the parents have to be self-aware enough, or even the community could be aunts, uncles, cousins. Somebody has to be emotionally aware enough to know that something deeper is going on. People focus on the result of what they're doing. You have to get to the root of it. Just focusing on, oh, they're doing something bad, let me punish them. That's not addressing the core issue. And I'm not mad that people don't understand this, but me having understood my own experience, I had to learn on my own. It wasn't no one to teach me. I didn't have no model example. I had to learn on my own. But now, since I'm learning more, since I know better, now I can help the next generation, because other people around can't help them and get to them how I can, because I've done the work on myself. And now I see what the younger generation needs, what I should have got. A lot of people got mistreated or whatever when they were young, and they like to pass that on to the next generation and like be on some hater type shit, where it's like, oh, like, we went through this, we didn't have this, so y'all not gonna have it. It's a very toxic crabs in the barrel mentality, and I'm here to stop that for the next generation and my family. I want them to do better than me. I want them to have more tools to address their feelings and all that. You can't fix some of the stuff these kids go through, but you could definitely learn how to be a better support. You have to be more active. Like, a lot of people are detached from what their kids are doing. They have no idea. And then it's when something goes wrong, they find out. And it's like, okay, that's like, a lot of the onus is on the parent to like seek to get better. But if that person's not growing themselves, it makes sense why they're not evolving and meeting their kids' needs in these ways that's beyond, because maybe some of them are so focused on providing, putting a roof over their head, that they can't tend to the emotional needs of the kids. They don't know how to give the kids anything other than the basic, because like, if you're in survival mode for years or your whole life, you're just trying to make it day by day. You're trying to make it from one paycheck to the next. Your brain is so like locked in on that maybe as a parent, you don't have time to develop more as a person and get better as a person and unpack your trauma and find different ways to heal and deal with stressors. Like, if you haven't done that yourself, how are you really going to pass it on to your kids? And these parents, sometimes neglect their kids, not because they don't care or they don't love them, but the dire situation they're in, trying to survive and make it leaves some areas unaddressed and unnurtured. And then you have kids that end up doing stuff like this. So I just, I don't really appreciate this comment, because I feel like it's a lot more deep and nuanced than that. But I get it. People be trying to get their likes and views and shit. So I be having to remember that. Here's a good explanation. Sometimes they don't care about their life, even maybe thinking of taking their own lives. So instead they did stupid stuff like this that could easily lead to death. But they don't care because they're already broken. They feel as if they got nothing to lose. Yeah, that's it right there. That's it. They just explained it perfectly. Like, Exactly. Someone said I wouldn't call someone sticking a camera in dumb kid's face and ask them why they do dumb shit, and they speak on why they think they're fucked up. Trauma dumping. I wouldn't call that trauma dumping. Is basically what she's saying. Trauma dumping is self-serving manipulation tactics. I wouldn't say manipulation, but it's very selfish. We'll say. Chat. We gotta watch this day in the life of a billionaire video. You could tell Terrell's pops was devastated. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, this is crazy. At first, I thought these kids were idiots. Then I remember me and my friend used to jump off bridges and cliffs into unknown water. As a hobby at their age, I did stuff just as dumb as this before social media was a thing. That's what I'm saying, bro. Said they've been subway surfing in New York since the 70s. Right, that makes sense. There had to have been multiple generations of you know, these people subway surfing. Well, we're at the end of the video. I think we're gonna watch this what's it called? Day in the Life of a Billionaire. I think we're gonna watch that one. If you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you guys drop a follow to the Twitch to pull it to the live stream and be a part of the conversation. The link is pinned in the description and in the comments. Also, you guys can follow my socials. With the link tree, has all my links in one page, so go click that, check it out. Also, you guys can join the Discord if you want. Links all pinned in the comments. Appreciate y'all watching. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Give me some more suggestions. But until next time, you guys, we're out.